Today this could be the greatest day of our lives. Before it all ends, before we run out of time, stay close to me, stay close to me. Watch the world come alive tonight. Stay close to me. Tonight this could be the greatest night of our lives. Let's make a new start. The future is ours to find. Can you see it? Can you see it in my eyes? Can you feel it now? Can you hold it in your arms tonight?
Can I ask you please to welcome the Recruits 2011.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Leader of Renfrewshire Council, Councillor Brian Lawson.
Provost, councillors, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paisley Town Hall and to the awards ceremony, our second ceremony of the Renfrewshire Recruit Programme. It's a night of celebration and congratulation. We're here to mark the achievements of 30 of Renfrewshire's finest young people and to announce the overall winners of the Recruit Programme. This is our version of the popular television series. I'm sure you've seen The Apprentice. It focuses on targeting 5th and 6th year pupils from across Renfrewshire competing for the chance to win a top job. Just like The Apprentice, we set real business challenges with the involvement of many of the employers who we thank who are here tonight to develop leadership, team-working, enterprise and problem-solving skills of the young people. The difference, though, unlike The Apprentice, no one gets fired and some get hired. I don't know if that makes me Alan Sugar or not. Even for tonight. The recruits have been raising a lot of money for charity this year, and tonight we'll be having a raffle. There's never a dinner without a raffle. This one is in aid of Crisis, the counselling service for young people, and if you look carefully on your table, you'll find a list of raffle prizes, which in fact the recruits have sourced, in inverted commas, from local companies, and we thank those companies. The raffle is £5 per envelope. Envelopes are also on the table. If you don't have change, I'm sure change can be supplied. Please put your name on the table number on the envelope and give generously to this very excellent local cause. If you want to put my name in table number, it's table number 1. We'll be collecting the envelopes during coffee, so you've got a wee bit of time to sort out your change. We'll be drawing the raffle soon after that. Can I also thank those who've contributed to the development, the management, the implementation of the programme. It's been a real partnership, and I know that's a word we use a lot, but it's a word that really applies to tonight, with many people from across the public and the private sector giving up their time, and in some cases an awful lot of time for free to support this programme. So tonight's all about thanking you for your time and letting you see to some extent the outcome of all your hard work. As well as the contributors, there's also been a range of financial sponsors who've contributed substantially to the cost of tonight's event, and I'd like to thank them for that as well. So it's really my great pleasure. It's one of the nicest jobs I think as leader of the council I get to do, and I'd really like to get this event started. I hope you enjoy your meal, and we'll move on with the programme. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage your host for the evening, Clyde One FM's George Bowie.
Superstar DJs. Here we go!
Thank you. Oh, rowdy crowd already. I like that. Hello everyone, you enjoyed yourself so far? Well, that was just a warm-up. Alright, we're going to get started very, very shortly. Welcome along to the Recruit Awards. I did this last year and I thought we completely messed it up, but hey, I'm back. That's a good thing. We're always going to have a good night anyway. We're going to have a bit of a party, and all the awards will be handed out shortly. Okay, now we're going to hear more about the Recruit Programme and the recruits themselves. For those of you who don't know, the Recruit is Renfrewshire's version of the TV show The Apprentice. We've got 30 5th and 6th year students from across every secondary school, and they've been selected to take part, just like The Apprentice. The winner's going to get a job at the end of it tonight. So we've got the 5 teams here, and we've got Sidaf from Team Endurance and Erin Riley from Team Ambition. Come on up here, Erin. We're going to get 5 members of each team up and then have a quick chat with them. From Team Dynamo, Aaron Ross. Also from Team Conquest, Lewis McCabe. And finally, from Team Fusion, Francesca Conley. Who we've already met. Right, Sidaf, we're going to start with you. How's it been?
Great.
Yeah, what was the best part?
Just everything.
Whereabouts were you?
What do you mean?
Were you hanging about? Were you doing lots of different things?
Oh yeah, I was involved in everything. Yeah.
What was the best part?
Just meeting everyone and doing fantastic things, but mainly I think it was the people that we met, friendships that we made, and yeah.
That was good fun. Awesome. All right, let me move along the line here to Erin. How are you?
I'm fine.
You having a good night?
Yeah, it's great.
So how was your summer?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Where were you working? Were you jumping about all over the place?
Yeah, everywhere with everyone. Yeah.
And it was a good squad to work with.
Yeah, they're all great. We've made such good friends. Yeah, we're all great.
Are all the teams pally with each other, or is there a bit of rivalry going on?
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the start we stuck to people we knew, but now we're just all friends.
That's cool, and you're having a good night tonight, which is all good. Aaron Ross from Team Dynamo as well. Aaron, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, good team you were working with?
Yeah, great group of people, yeah.
Were you the top man in the team? Because Aaron looks at a dude that's like, I was the man, right? I was leading the way. I was telling them how it was going to be.
We're all equal.
Yeah, we're all as one. Cool. Well, nice to see you here tonight as well. And Lewis McCabe from Team Conquest.
Yep.
Were they a good team?
Brilliant.
Good fun to work with?
Yep, really good.
Yeah, what was the highlight for you the whole summer?
I really enjoyed Auchengillan Challenge, a 3-day course. The first we were there, about 10 weeks. It was really good.
Brilliant. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. And finally, we're going to speak to Francesca again from Team Fusion.
Hi.
Francesca loves coming up here posing. Obviously, the highlight of your summer was doing the raffle there.
Obviously.
Apart from that, what else did you enjoy?
I enjoyed Auchengillan as well, actually. The challenges were really good. Well, the ones that I was there for were really good.
You have a good team, good bunch?
Oh yeah, I got on really well with my team.
And will you stay friends with them?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're all going to stay mates with your teams and all that? I would imagine there'll be a lot of partying going on. Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you guys were having a great time, so congratulations to all of you. You can give them a big cheer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Siddhartha Bassam, and I'm from Team Endurance, and I'm here to tell you about the first 2 weeks of the amazing experience that has been the Recruit programme. The first week was one of the most exciting weeks of the programme for Team Endurance, as we were put into teams which we would eventually work with for the next 6 weeks. On the induction day, I'm sure I can speak for the majority of the recruits when I say that it was a taste of what we would experience in the weeks to follow, in terms of working as a team and cooperating as each team was set the challenges to build a tower made from Lego with time and resource restraints. The significance of teamwork definitely came through on our 3-day trip to Auchengillan Outdoor Activity Centre, which has been one of the most challenging experiences for me personally. We went through several different activities which required team encouragement, support and effort. The requirement of teamwork was abundant in one of the activities which required us to build a raft, which luckily didn't sink, though Dean did end up in the water after an unfortunate nudge. During these series of outdoor activities, it allowed everyone from my team to take turns in being a leader in according to their strengths. In addition to this, we all bonded and became closer than we initially were. The reason why Auchengillan was challenging for me was because I had a fear of heights. And funnily enough, there were many activities involving being suspended quite high up and far away from the ground. However, with my team encouragement, I realised that I can get over this fear and not let it stop me. And I can proudly say that I jumped for one of the UK's highest towers for the paradrop. The following week, after the induction day and Auchengillan, we were fortunate enough to participate in the credit union workshops. This really helped us to realise the difference between wages and salaries and raised our awareness in taxing and making sure that we received the correct amount of money. And on behalf of all of the recruits, we would actually like to thank Alison Dowling for preparing us for something that we will experience in the future. I don't know if she's here, but... Despite the various team challenges, we were also given an individual challenge called Quidzin. We were all given £1, and with this pound we had to invest and develop it to further our sum of money within a short time limit of 4 weeks. This challenge was definitely different, and it forced us to use our initiative, creativity and innovation. And I'm proud to say that I raised a staggering sum of £707. Everyone was convinced that I had robbed the bank when they heard the balance that they were made. Overall, I can say that even in the first 2 weeks of the programme, we furthered our confidence, skills, knowledge, and most important of all, we learned how to work and support each other as a team, which will positively prepare us for the future, no matter what it holds.
Brilliant, well done, Sadaf, we like that. And now, Erin, I'm going to give you this microphone, and if you could just tell us what you got up to in a bit more detail, that would be nice.
Hi, I'm Erin from Team Ambition, and I have to tell you about weeks 3 and 4 of Recruit. Both weeks 3 and 4 started with a financial awareness talk from Alison, who's already been mentioned. The first half of this was about budgeting, about how to realise what you want and what you need. And you know, a lot of us are still quite phasey on the boundaries there. And you know, and that's supposed to help us manage our money. And I'm sure when we get older, we'll kind of, you know, perfect that.
You don't sound too sure there, I like that.
No, it's not.
We'll kind of perfect that. We'll look after our money, it'll be all right.
And then the second time, we learned about debt and how it's a very dangerous world. And unless you know what you're looking for, you're going to end up in a lot of debt for a very long time. And I know that not a lot of us experience that now, but in the future that information is going to be very, very helpful. It taught us how to look at all the different things you need to look for when you're taking out a loan and how to borrow safely. Later on in the third week, we went to the University of the West of Scotland to do a challenge based on the music industry. Although most of us aren't interested in working in the music industry, we all listen to music, and I personally found it very interesting to see how music is produced and see the inner workings of a record label. The actual challenge was a computer-based program where we were a record label and we signed acts and put on concerts. And this kind of showed us the serious, more business side of a record label and the music industry. You know, and that's really what this thing's all about, is perfecting your business skills. When was that? Yeah. At the end of the third week, we had a talk from John Leeburn to prepare us for Small Shot Day, which you're going to hear a bit later. And his vast knowledge of business over his years of experience, he passed on to us about how to know your customer and know what to buy and what to target them with. And this talk really did help us give a really successful Small Shot Day, and all the teams raised a lot of money, which you'll hear about later. The second week, the fourth week actually, was again in the University of the West of Scotland. And since the Recruit programme is based in the Paisley area, we did a task on Paisley, and we had to research Paisley as a university town and produce a presentation and PowerPoint for a panel of 3 judges. Now, this was terrifying because we had never done a presentation before, and all of us were terrified. And well, the next day we went to Paisley Abbey and did a presentation to these 3 judges, and we were all in the waiting room just petrified. But we did a successful presentation, we all did really well, and we're all really proud of ourselves for doing that. Thanks.
Well done. And the good thing about working in the record industry is you don't have to get up before lunchtime. It's awesome. Let's move along to Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I was part of Team Dynamo during the Recruit this year. 2 weeks I've been given to speak about is weeks 5 and 6. Firstly, in week 5 was a small shot challenge. This, in my opinion, was one of the biggest challenges we faced. Initially, we were briefed on what the challenge was about, which was that we were being given a loan of £200 to spend on products to be sold at our own stall at Paisley's famous Small Shot Day fair, and we had 5 days to do it. It was decided that all profit would be donated to the Accord Hospice. This sounded relatively easy to begin with, but when we sat in our teams to discuss it, it became more difficult. We realised we had to try and think outside of the box to make an impact on our customers. Due to various different reasons, a few teams, including my own, had to rethink and replace some really good ideas. Each team had a project manager who was in charge of managing the money, dealing with sales and keeping all of the receipts. The money had to be managed carefully as we had to pay back our initial loan before we could make a profit. All of the teams performed greatly, and there was a variety of different products ranging from home baking to tombola and even kids games. Luckily, every team turned over a profit and managed to raise a great deal for charity, but it was Team Endurance with a profit of around £320 who were triumphant in the end. Next in line was a fantastic workshop delivered to us by the Heartstart group. We were first showed various clips of some incidents such as a heart attack, doesn't sound very pleasant, occurring in places like the hairdressers and the ice drink. We were then shown what action to take in this situation and practice using mannequins, which I'm told Nick got a bit too friendly with.
That's not good, is it?
No. Finally, everyone was presented with a certificate to show that we had successfully completed the course. This was followed by the detergent challenge. Each team was asked to design a label for a detergent bottle, give it a name and also a catchy slogan. Lost myself now. Oh, here we go. The plan was to then give a presentation to everyone about why they should buy the product. The presentations were laid back and more informal than the other challenges, and they were all really funny. Team Fusion came out on top of this challenge due to their enthusiasm and again Nick's outrageous hand gestures. We then took part in a different type of challenge. We were asked with only a few hours notice to prepare and script a verbal version of a CV, and then we would be filmed saying it aloud. And finally, after a lot of work done by the Baby Grand team, it would result in an electronic CV. This is a great idea as it allows employers to view candidates from a whole new perspective and also see our personalities, and I believe it will benefit us greatly in the future. We also done a challenge with the RAF. It was slightly different as we would usually work in our individual teams, but on this occasion we had to be one big team. One particular activity involved getting everyone through a hoop in the shortest possible time. On our first attempt, we managed to do it in 40 seconds. We were all happy this time, but decided that we could better it. And after a few more tries, we managed to do it in 23 seconds, which taught us that if you put in the effort, there's always room for improvement. The final challenge of the 2 weeks, and my personal favourite, was the fashion show. When we arrived at Reed's Monday, we were told for the very first time they were to organise a fashion show that would be held in the Piazza Shopping Centre, and it would feature styles from 5 different eras: the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. Each team chose an era at random and had 2 days without a budget to research and purchase clothes that would reflect the fashion from this era. 2 models and a narrator also had to be chosen to take part in the show. It was a great experience and every team delivered fantastically, but once again it was Team Endurance who cheated their way to victory. Thanks.
Fantastic, thanks Aaron. Let's move along the line to Lewis and find out about Team Conquest.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lewis McCabe and I'd like to thank you all on behalf of Team Conquest for your time this evening. This presentation will last a few minutes in which I will cover the following points. St Mirren Football Club Sandpit Challenge, MasterChef Challenge in conjunction with the Erskine Bridge Hotel, and Able Driving School activity. St Mirren Football Club Sandpit Challenge. As a group, we were tasked to find the best location for a sandpit at St Mirren Football Club's training ground in Ralston, which would enhance the club's training programme. Once the location was agreed, we then undertook research on the logistics and calculated the costs involved. The information was then presented via PowerPoint to the St Mirren Football Club's General Manager, Brian Caldwell, and the Youth Development representatives. The feedback from the club was very encouraging, but a decision is still to be made pending on the new signing, Sandy Pit.
Oh, come on, you were thinking it.
Thank you. On to the MasterChef Challenge now. We were split into 6 groups of 5 teams at the Erskine Bridge Hotel. Our task was to produce a quality 3-course meal for the head chef, Dave Jameson, and the rest of the panel. To help us achieve this task, each group was allocated an experienced chef to assist us in our goal. We were judged by the head chef, Dave Jameson, and the prize was split between 2 groups. We'd like to thank David Van Zanten from St Mirren Football Club, Stevie Kidd from KDS, Kids Distribution Services, and Councillor Lawson from showing their support and taking the time to come and meet us on the final day. Able Driving School activity. We were given the fantastic opportunity to each have 20 minutes at first class tuition from Able Driving School. During the day, we were also shown how to set up our own driving school. This was an invaluable experience which as a group we thoroughly enjoyed. We would like to thank Bob Weir, Ian Young and owner Eddie Connor for this excellent experience. Team Conquest would like to take this opportunity to thank the following: St Mirren Football Club and General Manager Brian Caldwell, the Erskine Bridge Hotel for the MasterChef Challenge, Able Driving School for providing the driving school experience, and most of all, a big thank you goes out to the recruit mentors, Darren Conway, Carol Payton, Wilma Leeburn and Angela Wilson. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Lewis, well done. And finally, Right, we've heard all the controversial side of Team Fusion. Let's get Francesca to tell us about everything else.
Hello and good evening, everybody. I'm Francesca Conley from Team Fusion, and I'm going to talk to you about the last 2 weeks of the recruit programme. During the second last week, we took a trip to Bellahouston Ski Centre in Glasgow, where we were taught how to ski and snowboard. I know a lot of us have never done this before, and so it was no surprise when we all ended up falling on top of each other during the lesson. On the Thursday, we received our exam results, which was a nerve-wracking experience, not only for the recruits, but for the rest of the students in Scotland. From what I've heard, most of us did brilliantly. But for those who were perhaps slightly disappointed, they have picked themselves back up and are more determined than ever to do well. We then had a day with the lovely ladies from Skills Development Scotland, who did a workshop with us. The workshop was extremely interesting and taught us how to present ourselves properly to potential employers. We also received a visit from the Army, who did team challenges with us. The challenges were great, even though if you made a mistake, they would make you run to the nearest goalpost and back, which I know was a tiring experience for all of us. In the final week, interviews took place for the top recruit job. Recruits who wished to put themselves forward were interviewed as part of this process. And a few days ago, we took a visit to the Scottish Parliament in Edinburgh, where we met MSP Derek Mackay, who gave us a leadership presentation. It was really good as it motivated us to do well in the future and to take every opportunity that comes our way. We were then given a tour of the Parliament building, which was really interesting, and we also had a question and answer session with Derek Mackay, which was great, as we all seemed to have a large number of questions to ask him. Thank you for listening to the events that we took part in over the course of the recruit programme, and I hope you found them as exciting as we did.
Well done, everybody. So it sounds to me like the recruits had a good time, but also quite a tough time as well, and worked hard all summer, so well done to all of you. Give them all a big cheer, everybody. And thanks for coming up on stage and speaking to everybody, because I know how nerve-wracking that can be. So well done, all of you guys, fantastic. Okay, so I was talking earlier about a short film that we put together with some footage of the past 12 weeks. We have that lined up and ready to roll. Let's have a look at that right now.
All my friends say that we'd be great together. Now the only person to convince is you. Easier said than done, 'cause I know you could have your pick of anyone. So what will it take to get noticed? Spotlight on me, singling me out. So watch me as I take the floor. Shine a light on me. Cause you know I'm something different than anyone you've seen. The best there's ever been. So leave it up to me. Shine your light on me. Then you smile, and I wonder what you're thinking. Is it me that you want to be your destiny? I know that we work well together, but that's just me. So now the time has come for you to notice that I could be the best thing in your history. I'll show you what you're missing. Shine your light on me. Cause you know I'm something different than anyone you've seen. The best there's ever been. So leave it up to me. Shine your light on me. trust in me.
I've also been taking part in the Recruit programme. It's been a life-changing experience and obviously for the better. It's improved every skill that I've already got and gained so many new ones.
It's really good for developing skills in finance and team building, because we've been working in teams for about the past few weeks and it's a really great experience.
From my time in the Recruit project, I have gained many skills: confidence, organisational skills, being a team player and many others. They have helped me in the challenges set by the Recruit, such as the outdoor experience in Auchengillan and the fashion show in Paisley Piazza.
It's also given me an opportunity to meet and work with various businesses throughout Renfrewshire.
Being a part of the Recruit process so far has been an amazing experience, and it's taught me so much about myself and about other people. I've learned to be more confident and to work well as a team and voice my opinions.
And I hope that once the Recruit programme's finished, I'll be extremely confident and I'll have all the skills that are needed in the workplace.
Put a little faith in me. Put a little faith in me. Put a little trust in me. Put a little trust in me. You know I'm something different than anyone you've seen. The best there's ever been, so leave it up to me. Shine your light on me, 'cause you know I'm something different than anyone you know. I'll give it all a go, so leave it up to me. Shine your light on me. Put your faith in me. Put your trust in me. Shine your light on me.
I just want to make a key note to the recruits. I know you're sitting there nervous and excited, wanting to know results, but whether you leave here tonight with the job, whether you go home without, you're going back to school, you're going on to university, I can guarantee that the skills that you have learned throughout the recruit and you've picked up, you can carry that on in your future career, and I know that every one of you have been fantastic and you'll do well in the future, and it's been great getting to know you.
We started off this year with 30 young people, and obviously they started off at Auchengillan, which we done last year to bond the groups. We put the recruits into separate groups. They didn't know each other that well at all, and now I'm sure they'll admit that they feel as if they've known each other for years. They're starting to do stuff socially with each other as well, which is another great aspect, a kind of sideshow of the process, that they go out and they go to the cinema and they go for meals and whatever else they do, but it's great that they socialise with each other also.
For us, it was really difficult to pick a winner out of all the teams. Such was the high level of work that had gone into everything they've done, and they certainly made us think long and hard about the design and the best position going forward. What I would like to say is I'm sure that if all the recruits use the same work ethic in their careers, then they will all be successful in their chosen field, every one of them. If only our players would show the same creativity and work, we would be sitting top of the SPL just now. Finally, I would just like to say congratulations to all the participants, all the recruits who impressed us enormously, and also to the organisers of this fantastic competition. Thank you.
All of you are finalists, and many of you will be starting out in a new phase of life in the next few weeks. Whether it's moving on to college, some of you moving on to university, going on to 6th year, or going into employment. Most of you will start this new phase of life with a mix of emotions, pride, excitement, optimism even. Perhaps some of you will be tinged with a degree of anxiety, uncertainty as to what to expect in the years ahead. Through this programme, through the recruit process, you've shown yourselves to be perfectly capable, perfectly confident, adaptable, and ready to meet any challenge that you might meet. You're all winners tonight, and I think you're all ready to face everything and to face all of the challenges that you'll meet in the coming years with success, with fun, and with fulfilment. So congratulations once again to all our award recipients for their outstanding contributions and personal achievements. I wish all of you continued success as you continue to explore the limits of possibility and to continue to inspire and impress others around you. So George, I think we'd like now to offer the awards to these very deserved young ladies and gents.
I think it's about time. Thank you, Bob. Angela here is going to help hand out the awards. And first off, we're going to bring up Team Fusion. If you can come up one by one and get your awards, starting with Emma Carlin.
Drinking in the morning sun.
Well done, Emma. Do you mind posing for a photo with the two of us? Two middle-aged men. Thanks, Miles. Well done. Next up, we want Daniel Melville.
Yeah, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way?
Hi, Daniel. How you doing?
Using words I never say.
Right, congratulations. Also from Team Fusion, Fraser Little.
It must be love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day.
Well done, sir.
Someone tell me how I feel.
Fantastic. And Nicholas McCurdy.
Silly wrong, but vivid right. Oh, kiss me like the final meal.
Well done, Nicholas.
Kiss me like we died tonight.
Next up, can we have Tammy Cameron?
Cause holy cow, I love your eyes. And only now I see the light.
Well done, Tammy.
Oh, dying with you halfway.
And finally, Francesca Conley.
Oh,
again.
Anyway,
you're sick of the sight, you know. Well done.
Like
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Team Fusion. Well done, guys. How about we group photo?
my face is shabby creased.
Big smiles.
If you think I wink, I did.
Awesome, thank you, folks. Team Ambition up next.
Laugh politely at repeat.
I would like to start with Erin Riley.
Oh, kiss me when my lips are thin.
Up you come, Erin. Bob's got your award right there. And we'll pose for a wee photo. Next up, it's Rachel McGee. Yes, Rachel making her way across the floor. Congratulations, Bob's got your award there, Rachel. And we'll just see a wee photo. Connor Fleming up next. Hi Connor, how you doing, sir? Congratulations. James Smith is our next award winner. Well done, James. And finally, Caitlin Dickey, rounding off Team Ambition. And she would have to be at the very, very, very back of the town hall there. Just amuse yourselves, we'll be with you in a second. Well done, Caitlin. Cool. Fantastic. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Team Ambition. And now we move on to Team Endurance, but we'll do a wee team photo with you guys first. That's okay. Thanks, guys. Now from Team Endurance, can we have Dean Slimman? Well done, Dean. Next up, it's Scott Jenkins. There we go, Scott. We've got a nice little award for you too. Congratulations, sir. Next, can we have Dale Adam? Well done, Dale. Congratulations. We need to do a wee photo if that's all right. You don't mind posing with us, do you? Matthew McCall next. Here comes Matthew. Well done, sir. Big smile, fantastic. Siddharth Tabassum, who we met earlier on during the raffle. But she's gone home, has she? Oh, here's Siddharth now. We thought you'd left after the raffle. It's all good. Congratulations, well done. And finally, from Team Endurance, we've got Emily Singh. Well done. Right, can we get a wee team photo here as well? Brilliant. Team Endurance, everybody. 2 teams to go. Next is Team Dynamo, and first up we want Grant Toghill. There we go. Well done, Grant. Got a nice little award for you there, sir. We could just pose for a wee photo. Our next recipient is Megan Beth Welsh. A popular choice. She's got a big family and 2 names. Well done. Congratulations. There we go. We just posed for a wee photo again. There we go. And Samia Abzal next. There we go. Congratulations, well done. We got a lovely reward for you as well. Can we get a photo? Scott Lewis is our next recipient. Where's Scott? Well done, Scott. Bob's got your rewards right there. And we can do a wee photo too. Aaron Ross next. Well done, Aaron. Congratulations, sir. And if we could just get all of Team Dynamo together here, we'll do a wee team photo if that's cool. All right, here we go. It's Team Dynamo, everybody. And last but not least, we're moving on to Team Conquest. And we need Ewan Kelkley to come up and receive the award to start off with. Well done, Ewan. There we are, sir. Bob's got your award right there. And while we're posing for picture, can we get Lewis McCabe up next?
I sing it one last time for you. And then
Thanks, Lewis.
we really have to
TJ McLaughlin next.
You've been the
We know all about you and Dale. The secret is out. If there was still a news of the world, it'd be front page news. Next we need Lewis Robb. Oh, sorry, Louise Robb. We sex change for you there. Sorry about that, Louise.
But every single time I do,
well done.
I know we'll make
quick photo.
it anywhere.
Emily Draper next.
Away from here.
Big cheer for Emily there.
Light up, light up.
Well done, madam.
As if you
Again, Bob's got your award. And finally, Caitlin McBarron.
Even if you cannot hear my voice, I'll be
Hi again, Caitlin. There's your award. And a wee photo. And I hope you like posing because we're going to do a team photo next with Team Conquest. If you could all come over.
Louder, louder, and we'll run for our lives.
Brilliant. Team Conquest, everybody.
Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger, you should get
Can we have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for all the recruits for 2011? And Caitlin Dickey, this Swagger Jagger song is especially for you, by the way. Big Swagger Jagger fan. She's very wrong. All right, so that's the individual awards, and now we're going to give out some special awards for the best performing recruit. So you're ready for that? That's why we're here. The first of these is the team award, top team, for the team with the best overall performance. We heard earlier from a member of each team about what they've done, and this award is sponsored by the Renfrewshire Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to invite Bob Davidson, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Commerce, to come up to make the presentation with Wilma Leyburn from the recruit team. Hello, sir. Good to see you again. Hello, you.
You're such a big star to me. You're everything I want.
If you'd like to.
First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to all the teams for taking part in the recruit this year. It's very easy for young people today to ignore opportunities like the recruit, but if I had a hat, I would take it off to you, because you've really made the most of the opportunity to shine, learn about yourself, learn new skills, and make what will be for some lifelong friendships. So well done to you all, and of course to your parents and the schools for all the support. So well done. I've been asked this evening to say just a few words about teamwork, but before that, it's all related to teamwork. I'm going to say a few words about one of the winning recruits last year. The Chamber was one of the winning jobs, and Finlay Allardyce, who's sitting at the table here. Finlay, do you want to stand up? Give us a wee twirl. Finlay is coming to the end of his year. He finishes just in a few days, and he leaves on a new adventure. He's going to Australia for a year. So I wish you all the best, Finlay.
Nice.
So Finlay was a key member of the Chamber team. We're a small team, but we're a busy team, and we do a lot of work in the Renfrewshire area. So why is teamwork important? Behind every great leader is a great team, whether it's Barack Obama, Lord Sugar, or even Sir Alex Ferguson. Throughout every job or career the recruits choose, moving on from today, you will be part of, lead, or work as part of a team. So what you have experienced over just one summer is how you can turn a group of individuals into a truly high-performing team, and that's not easy. I'm just going to finish off by throwing some quotes. I used a few of these last year, and I quite liked some of them, so that's why I've used them again, to show that why teamwork really is vital to success. And some of you might have experienced these or even heard these over the summer. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success.
Another one is that talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And the one I use myself, team, if you look at the letters, T-E-A-M, together, everyone achieves more. So thanks for listening. I'm not going to go on much more. I'm going to hand over to Wilma. Yes? Over to you.
Thanks, Bob.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 30 young people, 11 secondary schools, 10 weeks of challenge, 5 teams. Fusion, Dynamo, Ambition, Conquest, Endurance. This was the Renfrewshire Recruit Programme for 2011. The team names themselves epitomise key elements of successful teamwork. As Helen Keller stated, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. From the induction day on June 2nd to the Army Command Challenges on August 8th, the recruit teams approached the challenges presented with enthusiasm, motivation and determination to win each task. Staff from Construction Skills Scotland, who worked with the recruits on day one, were amazed to discover that the teams had only just been formed. Such was the team attitude being displayed. The focus of each challenge was different, requiring teams to draw on the expertise and talents of individuals within their group as the tasks were uncovered. The teams, and they feel like my family now after 10 weeks. Fusion, winners on day one of the Lego Tower Building Challenge. What a great start to the programme they gave us. Fraser came out tops at UWS for the Music Scenario Challenge. Nick, with his unique brand of humour, ably supported by his teammates, gave us many enjoyable moments throughout the 10 weeks. Conquest, off to a flying start at Auchengillan, 3 days of high-flying tasks where recruits faced up to their fears and completed tasks which for many were well outside their comfort zone. They continued their winning ways by seizing the second challenge, which was set by Planning and Transport, to look at Paisley as a real university town. Dynamo. Who can forget Scott and Aaron Ross dressed as crocodiles on Small Shot Saturday in an effort to attract customers with their snappy comments? Priya and Aaron were a hit at the fashion show, with Aaron wooing the ladies with the cool shades. Dynamo, however, are best remembered as the team who fell in the water raft building at Auchengillan, taking bathing with a friend to new extremes. Endurance. What a performance from Matthew and Emily at the fashion show. A real team effort to put together fantastic images of the 1970s. Will we ever forget Dale arriving that morning with her shopping trolley full of clothing for the team to wear? The endurance stall at Small Shot Day was a sight to behold. How did they manage to organise all of that in 5 days? Ambition. Winners of the St Mirren Challenge. I think it's already been mentioned tonight, affectionately outlined in the recruit programme as a sand challenge. We do believe many of them did think they were going to the beach for 3 days. St Mirren staff, and it's already been said tonight, were astounded with the presentation and business plan from this team and are keen to implement many of their plans for the new training pit to be built for the players. So in conclusion, what makes a good team? People working together to achieve a common goal, whilst recognising and utilising each other's unique strengths and abilities. The winning recruit team for 2011, that's not my heart, by the way, certainly did this, working together, helping each other, identifying and playing to the strengths within their team. This was indeed a closely fought contest. However, one team just, and I do mean just, managed to get in front. I would now like to ask Bob to announce the winning team for the Recruit programme in 2011.
Bob. The winning team is Team Endurance.
Yeah, well done to Team Endurance, who are Scott Jenkins from Paisley Grammar, Dean Slimon from Parkmains High School, Matthew McCall from St Benedict's High School, Emily Sin from Renfrew High School, Siddharth Tamason from Castlehead High School, and Dale Adam from Johnson High. Well done, all of you guys. What a team! Fantastic. It looks like you're doing it all yourself, Wilma. Bob's slacking. Yeah, it's hard going. I want to know more about Short Saturday. That sounds very worrying. And we're missing one. Yeah, we got one more. Fantastic. Our winning team, everybody. Can we get a big round of applause for Team Endurance? And we're going to do a little photograph as well, if that's all right.
So the whole world is stuck in a moment, standing still until they come back. You accept that they've got things to do, but sometimes in the end there's nothing left for you. If hurt is missing you, baby, I've done too much of it lately. Every minute's like an hour, every hour's like a day, every day lasts forever.
Bobby Wilma.
I'll wait forever.
Now the next award that we're going to move on to is going to be for the Top Entrepreneurs, the Top Entrepreneur Award. And to introduce this and tell us more about the Recruit Entrepreneurial Challenge, I'd like to welcome Carol Payton from the Recruit team and also award sponsor John Leyburn from Pernod Ricard. If you could give them all a big cheer.
The next challenge that we set was Small Shot Day. You've heard a great deal about that already. John came in and did a workshop for them on identifying their target customer. That was something that they found very interesting. It gave them a lot to think about. Each team was offered a loan of £200 and they had to nominate a project manager who would take responsibility for that money, but also take responsibility for ensuring that their stall was organised for that day. There were a whole range of ideas, from Fusion's very profitable mini-games to the portrait sketched by Rachel from Team Ambition. They had raffles, tombolas, chocolate-dipped strawberries, and enough cakes and sweets to keep the dentists of Paisley happy for a very, very long time. The charity that they chose to give the money from Small Shot Day to is Accord Hospice. They felt that Small Shot really is a community day for Paisley and that they wanted the money to go to a local charity. They raised the sum of £840 and every team paid back their £200 loan. So many people commented on seeing the recruits that day in their branded clothing, on their enthusiasm and their exemplary behaviour. We were certainly very proud of them.
It's £1. And that was the challenge. If I gave you this £1 and I told you in 4 weeks I want you to come back with a small fortune, you'd probably say it was impossible. But not for our budding entrepreneurs. They were given this coin, each of them given one coin, and they were told to try and earn as much money as they could in 4 weeks. And it wasn't for themselves, as you can hear all the charities that are going to benefit from their efforts. Now, individuals made hundreds of pounds out of this. As a group, they made thousands. And as someone who works in business, I've got to tell you that is a humbling experience. So tonight, we're here to honour the top entrepreneur. And that's the person who made the most money. So I'd like to call out Sadaf Tabassum and Lewis McCabe, please, on stage.
As you shoot across the sky, baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your
So I'm looking at very confused faces as to why I've asked two people out, because there's one winner. Okay, the winner is the person who raised the most amount of money, and you probably heard from Sadaf it was a huge amount of money. So there is one winner, and I can tell you that winner is, we're going to get a heartbeat, sorry, for this, is actually Sadaf Tabassum. Well played.
Well done, Sadaf. So,
so I've got two people on stage here, and Sadaf is the top winner, but she won it by £1.50.
Wow.
And so, what I thought I would do is I'd give Lewis £1.50.
Balance it up nicely.
And that means I can give him a top entrepreneur prize as well. So,
well done, Lewis.
Sorry, just to conclude. So we've got real. So when we see this, in terms of got real entrepreneur flair, the lesson is everyone's a winner.
Thank you. Now, how much did you raise to that?
707.
How much?
707.
£707. And how did, from £1, how did you do this?
Well, just really using my initiative and going into my local school and just selling just the normal crisps and chocolates and stuff to the kids, and then I did a big event in the Tannhill Centre where I did chicken and rice and had a tombola, and a lot of it was from donations as well, just on the high street, just standing outside the British Heart Foundation and asking if they would like to make a small donation for the little 50th anniversary hearts.
And what was your chosen charity?
The British Heart Foundation.
Excellent, well done. And what about you, Lewis?
My chosen charity was Children's Hospice Association Scotland. I raised £705.50. First of all, mostly how I raised my money was washing cars in the neighbourhood and also washing cars for the school teachers in the high school. Also, I went to the head teacher. First time I've ever met him, I went to head teacher.
You didn't even blush there, did you? No, you didn't even blush.
Went into head teacher's office and asked him can I do a couple of things in school for a charity fund. He donated 3 tubs of sweets, 4 tubs of sweets, and we done guess how many sweets are in the jar. I also got sponsored to do a sponsored cycle to Limerick to Winnock and back, and that was also by the school teachers, and also was a car washing. My dad ran the 10k in Belhausen Park a few months ago, whenever it was. He set off down a 10k, I went round with a bucket, done a bucket shake, emptying people's pockets.
Behind them?
Emptying people's pockets, and I gathered in £233, and that's me.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like you both worked very, very hard for your awards, so congratulations. Now, I believe we have some presentations to make here. We have some checks. Firstly, I want to obviously congratulate the recruits on how much you raised. I think they deserve a massive round of applause for that. And Sadaf obviously being the outright winner, we've got your check here for the British Heart Foundation. And who are we going to get to come up for this? Carrie, is that right? Carrie Nicholas is going to come up and receive the check. Carrie, a big cheer! I'll let you guys do this photo together.
Every night in my dreams, I see you.
Brilliant, thank you. Carrie Nicholl there from the British Heart Foundation. And we also have Lewis's cheque here for the Accord Hospice, which I believe we're going to hand over to Marion Ford. There's Marion. Drop it, Lewis. Try to shake his hand at the same time. Well done, guys. Fantastic. So thank you very much to both Sadaf and to Lewis. Top job. Now, before we go on to announce this year's top recruit, I'd like to welcome back last year's winner and her employer. So if you could welcome onto the stage and give a big massive cheer for the 2010 recruit winner, Sarah Jane Sarkosh, and her employee, Stevie Kidd from the KDS Group. Sarah Jane, hello again. You're all grown up, the two of you. Look at this, it's freaking me out. Lovely to see you guys. Hey man. So, how was your year?
It was unbelievable. It was such a learning experience. Obviously, I went through the recruit programme like everybody else here, and it took me a while to decide, you know, would I stay on at school and would I take this job if I was lucky enough to be offered it? And I was, and it was definitely one of the best decisions I've made. When people say, what did you do last year? I don't really say, like, oh yeah, I worked and I got a job, but I learned so much. I was always encouraged to learn so much. If there was ever anything that was challenging, you know, I would kind of throw myself into it, and I was supported, but I was always challenged to do it, and I think that was made it such a different sort of experience as well. My first few months, I would call it a sort of induction. Myself and my colleague Lindsay, she also got a job. We'd done lots of different sort of jobs, and I think that was where I would say it was sort of testing our strengths and finding out what we were best at. And from there we were given like our jobs that I've been working in for a long time. So I've been the procurement officer for the majority of the year. In addition to that, I've also been learning about myself. So learning about business, I hadn't a clue about all the things I've learned, but learning about me as a person and what I'm good at and what I want out of life as well. And I think that makes it so different in the sense that it's not just something that's helped me this year, it's going to help me in the future, because I know that I'm making the right decisions.
Because I've got the climax of the evening coming up next. And that is the recruitment competition winner and the top job of £18,000. All right, I want to say that some of the recruits have ruled themselves out of jobs to either continue at school or to move on to university or college, so you guys can relax now. However, this is a competition for a top job with Renfrewshire Council, but this year the recruits have been so impressive that a number of additional employers have now become involved in the recruitment programme. And first of all, 2 of the recruits have already secured and started work. So keen were the employers to employ them that they couldn't wait until after the programme. They wanted to get started now and get that up and running. So I'm delighted to welcome onto the stage the first 2 employers on behalf of Shivers. Can we have Darren Conway? Darren spoke for us earlier, of course. And from Bray UK and in Shinnon, Dennis Bell. So Darren, I'll start with you because I know you like to talk. I'll give you this microphone. How's that? So we've got one each. How's that sound? Double act now. Little and large. Who did you employ and why?
Okay, I didn't employ anyone because I'm standing in for the employer who can't be with us tonight. This was a girl who started process and for the majority of the process was there, who done very, very well. But with the help of SDS Scotland, Fiona Fleming, managed to get the job working through Romac facilities at Shivers Brothers in Paisley, and the post was for the Junior Office Service Administrator. And she started 3 weeks ago, and by all accounts is doing very, very well.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear, and that's encouraging for all our other recruits as well. If you could pass the mic along to Dennis here. Dennis, can you tell us about who you employed and why?
Of course. Thank you very much indeed. It works in funny ways sometimes. I had a need, a fairly urgent need. A forgot the 7 Ps. I wasn't very good at planning and preparing, and an office junior was due to leave our business after 15 months to go to performing arts training. So I phoned a man I know, Bob, Chief Executive of Chamber of Commerce. Bob gave me a great name, Wilma. A couple of days later, Darren, Carol, Wilma appeared at my work, quickly formed a strategy about how we could maybe start to tap into the recruit. Fantastic, driven, quick experience, just what I needed. I ended up with 4 people interested, 4 of the youngsters interested. We did 2 days of come and meet us, try and understand our business. So 2 pairs had a fairly intensive day of walking end to end through the business. 2 of them then showed interest to come forward for a further full week's experience. And from the 2 that came forward again, I was delighted to offer a job to Fraser Little. And Fraser's now working in my quality team as a junior, covering a very essential task of certification. Our product means nothing without certification. It's as simple as if the certification isn't delivered in line with the requirements of the customer's order, we don't get paid. So winning sales, the start of the business, my job as operations manager is to convert that into a dispatch and invoice, and Fraser's job working within my team is to deliver the right paperwork that means we'll get paid. We're delighted with Fraser's first week of work experience and delighted with this, his first week with us on his own, unmanaged, unsupervised, doing a fantastic job of work. Thank you, Fraser. We're delighted to have you join the company, and thank you to those who facilitated that. Much obliged to you all.
Thank you, Dennis. And I was hoping we could maybe get Louise and Fraser to come up onto the stage right now.
Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace.
We're going to get Sarah Jane to join you both.
It's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo.
And if you don't mind, I'll come over and have a wee chat. Is that all right? So how does that feel, getting a gig already?
Yeah, it feels really, really good. I was excited to get something because on one of the very first nights, on the induction day I came, I remember Carol saying don't come into this thinking you're definitely going to get a job, and that's what I'd done. So I just kept looking, and then eventually the careers advisor from Castlehead High School phoned me and said that this opportunity could come up, and then I went for an interview and it went quite well, and then they offered me to start.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah, it's going really well.
Is that what you planned to do when you were at school?
No, at school I really didn't know what I wanted to do, but then it just started coming up, and then I just thought, we'll give it a try and see how it goes.
Awesome, well congratulations. And what about you, Fraser? Well done to you too. So how does it feel?
Thank you, it feels good, thanks.
Yeah, you enjoying it? What exactly are you doing? What's your position?
I'm a quality administrator.
Right, okay, and it's going quite well so far?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Good bunch of guys to work with?
Yeah, they're great.
Awesome, well congratulations you both. Give them both a big cheer.
Well done. Fraser, well done. Thank you. Well done. I'm sorry.
Brilliant, thank you very much everybody, and good to see that they both started work and it's both going well. So we could just move to the side of the stage, and we're going to move on to the highlight of the evening now. The employers who are looking to hire new recruits tonight to offer jobs. Can we please welcome from Renfrewshire Council Training Programme Coordinator Joyce McLean. And from Renfrewshire Chamber of Commerce, Chief Executive Bob Davidson again. And offering the top job from Renfrewshire Council, Director of Planning and Transport, Bob Darracott. So if you don't mind, Joyce, I'll start with you. What are you looking for?
Looking for somebody that will come in, show us a bit of initiative. We're looking for another Angela, basically. And all the trainees that we interviewed all met that criteria. It was really, really difficult.
It's been a tough job.
It really has. Tougher than last year.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's good for all the recruits out there. There you go. Confirmation that you're better than the last month. Well, thank you for that, and we're going to move along to Bob. Bob, what exactly are you looking for tonight?
The right attitude, and somebody that's going to get their sleeves rolled up and get stuck in, because it's a busy job and the demands are high.
What will the winner be doing? What will the job entail?
They'll be involved in things like a key person in the Rocco's, Renfrewshire's largest business event with 500 people, so it's almost another double the size of this. They'll be managing the first Chamber iPhone app in Europe, our website, our e-news, managing their own events. They'll be very busy.
Excellent. Well, we'll find out who's getting that shortly. And to the other Bob, obviously this is the top job. What's that going to entail?
We're looking to employ a young management trainee in the Youth Employability Centre, the new Youth Employability Centre that we're opening just across the road in Goss Street, actually. And it's the first of its kind in Scotland. And it will offer a great opportunity for the ultimate winner here to develop a whole range of business skills, and also we'll be looking for the winner to lend some support for future employability programmes that we would hope to run in the years ahead.
Were you impressed with all the candidates this year?
We're very impressed indeed.
Yeah, they seem a nice bunch of kids. Lovely. Okay, well, I see you've all got envelopes, so will we move along? And the first post of Business Administration at Renfrewshire Council. Would you like to do the honours there, Joyce? Let's see who the winner is going to be.
And I'd like to congratulate Dale Adam.
Well done, Dale! Dale Adam is the winner of our first job. No hope for winning around the world. Congratulations, Dale. And we have the other envelope there for Bob for the post of Management Trainee at Renfrewshire Chamber of Commerce. Would you like to do the honours for me, sir?
And the winner is Ewan Kelty.
Well done, Ewan! Next one, well done to Dale and to Ewan. And now it's the post of the top job. How hard is the winner going to have to work here, Bob?
Incredibly hard.
Are you a tough taskmaster?
Yes, indeed. But it's a new job, and it's an exciting job, and it's a new initiative that we're hoping to promote across the whole of Renfrewshire. It's a challenging job, but I'm sure any one of these recruits will be up to it.
Excellent.
So, George, I think it's about time that we announce the top recruit.
So we'll look at the video. So it's a standing ovation for the top recruit.
I've been roaming around, always looking down at all I see.
Who is Sadaf Tabasan?
Faces fill the places I can't reach.
Oh, congratulations.
You
Little hug from Sarah Jane.
Somebody.
They have your top award.
You know that I could use somebody.
Well done, you.
Someone like
Fantastic. Can you just hold that award in between myself and Bob here, and we'll do a wee pose. Congratulations to all the recruits. Amazing praise for them all. Sadaf, can you speak? You alright? You feel okay? Can you say anything? How do you feel?
I just want to say thank you very much for everyone's Mum for all the support, and family, and then the recruits, of course. They've all been wonderful, and Carol, Wilma, Angela and Darren. It's been such a fantastic... I can't even It's brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. I think that's enough from Sadaf. You not only got the top job, but you probably made a lot of friends and gained a lot of experience over the summer as well. So I guess it's been a worthwhile experience. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
Congratulations, brilliant. A big round of applause, everybody, for our winner, Sadaf. The top recruit, and we have some of your best bits, I believe, up on the screen here. Let's have a look at some of these.
You light the skies up above me, a star so bright you blind me, yeah. Don't close your eyes, don't fade away, don't fade away. Oh, yeah, you and me, we can ride on a star. If you stay with me, girl, we can rule the world. Yeah, you and me, we can light up the sky. If you stay by my side, we can rule the world.
I'm currently in the recruit programme and I'm aiming for the top job as I like to aim high.
All the stars are coming out tonight, they're lighting up the sky tonight. For you, all the stars are coming out tonight, they're lighting up the sky tonight. For you, for you. Oh, the stars are coming out tonight, they're lighting up the sky tonight. For you, all the stars are coming out tonight, they're lighting up the sky tonight. For you.
Fantastic job. Congratulations to Sadaf, our overall winner, and to all the winners tonight. And thank you very much for your time and your company tonight. We'll see you next year. Night, night.
At the time of my life, no, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you. 'Cause I